Hey fam, we're back. I know you missed us. We missed you guys, and we're here to recap the last 2 weeks of Big Brother. Okay, so welcome back to Reality Checked.
Yep, we're back, fam. A lot happened in these past 2 weeks, a lot of crazy things, and we're here to discuss it, fam.
Yeah, a lot of unexpected twists. Okay, so Chelsea wins HOH. We already know she's gonna go after the trio. Let's be honest. Everyone's going after the trio. Rubina, Chemo, and T-Core.
It's funny how they just started calling it like the trio
Yeah.
too. Like, all of a sudden,
And
like
like
just
everybody calls them the trio. Like that's what's funny. Like, yeah, like it's a big alliance or something, but really they're just all good
yeah,
friends.
yeah. And like I see the threat level for sure in the trio because those are like three kind of solid decisions and like a three-person voting block. But also at the same time, like these three people aren't winning shit.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't
like
win any T-Core won one thing. Like
one
that's
time.
it.
Yeah, like one single time. Rubina and Chemo didn't win anything for veto or HOH. They
Yeah.
both won only one AI, you
Hmm.
know? So realistically, they're not the biggest threat, and I would kind of use them to my advantage if I was kind of like a free agent type of person.
Yeah,
But
for
in
sure.
Chelsea's situation, I like understand why she was coming for the trio
Mhm.
because she had at that point pretty solid allies, in the rest of the house. So it made sense for her to come for the trio and eventually put Chemo on the block, and Angela was on the block yet again, not surprised. And yeah, that was the nominations for that week.
Mhm. And so Mackenzie wins the veto.
Mhm.
And to our surprise, uses it on Angela. I tell you, Angela
So
literally, you can't get rid of her, even if you
yeah,
tried.
yeah, she's unstoppable.
Yeah. And you know what?
Like,
I'm here for it. At this point, she's bringing the
yeah,
drama, she wins stuff, and now like
yeah.
people just use like always save her.
Mhm.
I'm here for
She's
it.
the star.
Yeah.
She is the star. Like, if she, like we said it before, if she makes it to the end, she's gonna win.
Hmm.
Like, she has to win, and
And
it
we're
would make
damn near
sense.
the end. We are
Yeah,
near the
it
end.
is. And like she's kind of seeming like she's pretty good with some of these people left,
Huh.
She just kind of made a solid alliance with Leah. They're both, I think, called what were they called? Their alliance? The like I think it started with an L. It's like their middle name or something.
I don't
They both have
remember.
the same middle name. She
Yeah.
saw it with Leah. And now that Mackenzie used the veto on her, seems like Mackenzie's pretty solid with Angela too now. So what the heck? Like the only people that I feel like don't really love her that much is Chelsea, and the trio doesn't really care for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But trio ain't winning right now.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
so, okay, Mackenzie takes her off. And
mm,
who's the replacement nom? It's Quinn. And you know what?
yeah,
I was here for that. I was
yes,
100%
so
for
happy.
that because I think if he also made it super far, like Angela, like he would
Mhm.
have went on to win the entire.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was sneaky, like they said, they needed to get that out already. Like at
Yeah.
that point, he's already in the jury house. I already have a feeling like Quinn is gonna like manipulate the jury house, like
Yeah.
in some type of way. If Leah's in the end, he's definitely gonna be telling a bunch of shit to get people to vote for
Oh,
Leah.
for sure. For sure.
So it was a really good move on Chelsea's part because like honestly, like Quinn, like you couldn't trust him.
Yeah.
Like it made sense for her to put him up.
But what I didn't like was okay, Mackenzie and Chelsea was thinking about like, oh, putting up Quinn. And so Mackenzie goes and warns him. Like, why did you do that? You guys aren't even close,
Yeah.
first of all. And then you're
Hmm.
gonna go like right before the veto meeting and say, like, oh, I'm gonna use it. And he's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
Mackenzie, keep your mouth shut. This could have been a classic backdoor. Yet
Yeah, he would have
you're
been
over here like trying to save him. Like, I didn't
he's trying to do jury
understand it.
management
Yeah.
at that point. But it's like, dude, you're not even the HOH. You're the person who's like using the veto. So it isn't your fault if you get put up, you know, like it would have been Chelsea's fault. You know, she's the HOH. She's the one that makes the decision at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you know. So Mackenzie, yeah, she was just doing too much by telling,
Yeah. And honestly, I was
like,
not here for it. Like I was like, ugh, I don't really like Mackenzie. I don't think I ever really did. And like just by her
yeah.
doing that, I was like, come on.
It's like I like Mackenzie, and then she does something, and then I don't like her, and then she does something. I'm like, oh, I kind of like Mackenzie. Like she pulled through this
Yeah,
week, you
yeah.
know. Like she really pulled through this week, you
Mhm.
know, like by using that damn veto and
Yeah.
getting Quinn on the block, you know, that saved the trio this week or that week, you know. So I did like her for that, but then it's just like then she'll just do something else.
Hmm.
I'm like, MJ, like her continuous flirting with Cam,
Yeah.
knowing Chelsea likes him, like, bro, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of shook that Chelsea is not more mad at MJ about this,
Yeah,
you
like
know?
she's taking it out on Cam. And it's like
Mm,
Cam is so clueless, okay? He doesn't
yeah,
even know Chelsea likes him like that. I'm pretty sure he thinks of her as a sister, okay?
yeah, he does for
And
sure.
it's like every time Chelsea just gets so upset when Cam is like by Mackenzie, talking to Mackenzie.
Yeah,
Her crazy eyes are showing.
for real. Like, it's wild. I love Chelsea, but like, chill.
No, she needs
He
to
made a move.
chill. And like
Yeah,
even when
like,
she was like trying to say that he's getting close to Leah too, like those are just the
yeah,
two other girls in the house. Like who's he
yeah.
supposed to, talk to? Like
That
it,
was so funny. She's like, you talking to Mackenzie a lot, and then now you're getting close to Leah. You've been talking to Leah. And I'm like, damn, like she was grilling him
yeah,
this past week.
she's
So
crazy. She's
I
honestly
think,
crazy.
yeah, like this week, after the Quinn eviction week, it really kind of showed, I feel like, Chelsea's cards a little bit. If she can hold back, I think she can definitely win. But it seems like people were getting annoyed with her this
Yeah.
week. And she, from the live feeds, even though we're like fast forwarding a little bit, but she was a potential, like a really big potential person to be nominated. Like, I feel like the edit made it seem like she wasn't really going to be nominated that much, but I was seeing a lot like after nominations on Twitter because I was stressed, you know. And,
Yeah,
and so I was pretty shook. So like, yeah, Chelsea needs to relax. Like, screw Cam ready.
I
Get
know.
over him. He's not worth $750,000.
Ah, she needs to like literally check herself
Yeah.
because she'd be
Like,
acting a little boy crazy right now for some boy who
yeah,
don't even really think of you that way.
literally. So yeah.
So
Uh,
fast forward, let's go to this week when after
mhm,
Quinn is evicted,
mhm.
Janky World is introduced, where all the house guests
Yeah.
are living outside, playing carnival games, eating pizza and ice cream, dance parties, and it's like one big have not. It's like everyone was
Yeah.
not this week. Um,
Yeah.
but to my surprise, Miss Leah pulls out the dub on
Hmm.
that
And
stamina
burnt.
competition.
Yeah. I was shook too. She did a good job.
Yeah.
I was like happy for her, but I was also a little concerned because I was like, she's probably gonna come for the trio. But I
Mhm.
was really hoping that she would recognize the other like unofficial trio in
Yeah.
Mackenzie, Cam, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like,
Or also recognize like who just sent your best friend home, Who did
yes,
that? It was two
Chelsea.
people. It was Chelsea and Mackenzie. Like Mackenzie
Mhm.
used the veto when she didn't have to.
Yeah, dude, your bestie.
Yeah.
Your bestie used the veto, Leah. So
I
you
was
should put your
really
bestie on the
hoping,
block.
I was really hoping she would have remembered that and seen that and like put them up.
Yeah, like I think it was. I think it would have been better if she put them up, but also at the same time, like she does kind of have that like good like ally game relationship with MJ, you know? So it's just like if she didn't put up MJ, like I feel like at that point, like I don't think MJ would nominate Leah, you know, like in any way or situation, like I don't think MJ would ever
Yeah,
nominate
like they were close from the
going forward.
beginning.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
and so I wasn't really shocked that Leah didn't nominate her, but like just like disappointed, you know,
yeah,
like saying
yeah,
like she should have done that. Or if not MJ, at least Chelsea,
yeah.
you know, like
Chelsea should have been on the block
yeah,
this
and
week.
she's a target. She's a strong competitor. Like
Yeah.
she won two HOHs, right? I swear she
Yeah,
won like
yeah,
one or
she
two
did.
vetoes. Like
But you
so
know, like with like once Leah won, MJ said in her confessional or like her diary room, she was like, "Oh, I could see myself working with her now." Like, huh? I was so confused when she said that. Like, were you guys, I know
haven't you been
you guys
working
are
this
like
whole time?
close, yeah, but were you guys not together this whole time? Like, did you just throw her to the side, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, I
oh,
don't
now
really
she
get it
won.
either.
Now she won, so we can work together, like
Yeah, but
so she goes after the trio
mhm.
and she puts
my
a
my two top two
yeah,
people, my
Gina
homies,
and Chemo.
my
And I feel
people.
so bad for Chemo because he just be living on that block at this point. Like,
Yeah, he's the new Angela.
yeah. And
Like,
yeah, that was disappointing, but I wasn't shocked because everybody wanted was targeting the trio. I just knew if they didn't win, if the trio didn't win this HOH, one of them was gonna go home this week.
yeah, I knew that too. And this was the week that they needed to power through and win something,
Mhm.
and they couldn't. They
And there
couldn't
was
win the
two vetoes
veto.
at play. There was
Mhm.
literally two vetoes at play.
Yeah, and like it seemed like low-key production wanted them to win that one of those
Yeah,
vetoes.
yeah.
Like
I
it was
was
kind of
thinking
weird,
that.
right? Because it was like the golden power veto, and they're like the janky veto. I'm like, what does a janky veto even do? And they didn't clarify that,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I was like, okay, so it's literally a second veto. Like
Mhm.
that's so random, you know?
On the
And like,
week that the trio's up, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that was so
like,
random.
and then even the whole way to get the janky veto with the person needing to play a carnival game, like that was so dumb, you know? Like at the
It
same
was the
time.
most randomest thing.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like it was just something like just extra
Yeah.
thrown there, and it was kind of just like, okay, didn't make sense, didn't matter anyways, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, but are we shook that Angela won yet again another competition and she got another damn veto under her belt? Like Angela, you are breaking records at this
Yeah.
point.
When Angela won, I was just like, she's a threat. Like these
She
people
is.
don't see her as a threat, yet she is the biggest threat right next to Chelsea. Like
Yeah.
they're so busy counting Tucker's wins, yet who's closely behind him?
Yeah, and like at that point too, like Tucker's wins were good, obviously, but like his wins weren't like every significant every single
Mhm.
time. You know, like every time Angela wins, like she does something, you
Yeah.
know, like and it makes a big change in the game. So yep, and I'm honestly happy she did use her veto
Mhm.
on chemo, and it made a lot of sense for her game as well. Because, you know, now she kind of possibly gets chemo's jury vote, you know, which I'm like happy with, you know,
Mhm.
and it made sense because like she was feeling bad that she was voting chemo out. And I genuinely think like she didn't really want to vote chemo out. I
Mhm.
think she thought she really didn't have the votes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good move on her part for
Yeah.
sure. And I'm surprised that Leah was happy with that move because it kind of didn't, it seemed like she didn't want to put blood on her hands, you know.
Yeah.
But she knew the right move was taking down chemo and putting up the queen bee, which was freaking T-Core.
Mhm. Mhm.
And shook, bro.
I
Like,
was. I was shook that a lot of people were starting to realize like, oh, we need T-Core out of here. Like
Hmm.
that's what I was shook about because she was pretty solid with everybody in the house, you know? So I
Yeah.
definitely thought like, oh, Rubina's gonna go home this week because she's sitting
Yeah.
with T-Core. But
Same.
everyone was realizing like, oh, T-Core's on the block. Like she's a huge threat. She's a, good social game. Like we should get her out.
Yeah. I was shook. I really thought Rubina was going. My one of my top two, but no, she
Yeah,
stayed.
literally, your top two was Chemo and Rubina.
Hmm. And
And
like
they
they were in like bad waters for the past like 2, 3 weeks too.
Mhm.
Chemo the past 3 weeks, and then Rubina was a potential renom that the last week, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was shook that T-Core went, but like it was the right move
Yeah.
for the house.
Yeah.
Like they
Because
needed T-Core gone.
there is no way like she was gonna get on the block again. I didn't
Mhm.
see it happening. Like I didn't see anyone putting her up there. So it was
Yep.
good. Like this was her first time touching the block and like she left. And also like I'm still kind of salty about her HOH with Tucker.
Hmm.
Like putting
Yep.
up your ally. And I know when Julie was um interviewing her, she had asked, like, was that a mistake? And then she was just like, I don't believe in mistakes and whatever. But I'm like, dude, that was a mistake because if Tucker was still in the game, like, he could have protected all four of you guys.
Yep. It wouldn't have just been a trio,
Yeah.
dude. Would have been the four.
Yeah.
Y'all would have been okay because you would have had Tucker as the biggest shield ever.
Hmm.
Like anyone would vote Tucker out first over any other person in that trio. You
Yeah.
know, whether people like him or not, they see him as a big target. Like, and that just goes to show T-Core went this week, even though everyone loved
Hmm.
T-Core. And but also at the same time, like it really seemed like people were affected by Rubina and like how emotional she was because it seemed like Angela really like was feeling some type of way from
Yeah.
Rubina
Yeah.
and like also MJ too. And like for some reason it seemed like MJ had this like heat for Rubina at the beginning of the week, right? She
Hmm.
was like telling that, yeah, Rubina's gotta go. I
Yeah.
think it's Rubina's week.
Yet
So I was
at the
like,
end of the
damn,
week, she's like, "Oh, I think I have the votes to save you." Like I
yeah.
like MJ
Hmm.
for that reason.
Yeah.
I just think she's
She's
very
fake.
two-faced. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
especially to the
100%.
girls. Like just like what I said about Leah, how in the beginning they're working together, and then when she wins, she's like, "Oh, I could see myself working with her." Like I thought
Yeah.
you were homies.
Yeah. She is fake. Like, but like honestly, like so far it seems like it's going her way when she's doing this thing, like because even Quinn, like I feel like when she told Quinn about her using the veto, he didn't really take it as in like, damn, like you really gonna like do me dirty like that,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he was kind of just like shit, okay, like and like even for like T-Core, like I feel like T-Core isn't even gonna be that salty that MJ voted her, because they weren't never close.
yeah,
So I feel like if MJ did make it to the end, like she could have some votes,
yeah.
like there's a chance.
She
Because we
has
were
no
talking
blood
about
on her
that.
hands.
Yeah, she doesn't, but like also you didn't make that many moves.
Yeah.
Unless you have it in your speech that you made this move, like getting Quinn out and you like take like charge of that move, then
Mhm.
sure, he made a move. But it
Yeah.
all kind of just depends, right, in their speech.
Yeah. Yeah, the
That's why
speeches
like
can dictate anything.
yeah, I think the speeches are going to be a big deal this season.
Mhm.
I feel like the better speaker is going to be the one that's going to win.
Yeah.
Because like it's sort of like flip-floppy this
Yeah.
season with the
It
vote,
is. It's like
like the
they
House
start off,
majority.
yeah, they start off with like two nominations and with one target at the beginning of the week. And by the end of the week, they're backdooring somebody. Like it is
Every
just the
single
most
week.
unhinged season we've seen in a while,
Yeah,
which I'm here for. I like it. I just wish
yeah,
we could
I'm
see
here
all
for
that
it.
happens. Like I wish production would
Yeah,
cut out a lot of stuff.
yeah. Like I definitely want to go back on Twitter and like scroll through like a page
Yeah.
that like recaps all the live feed moments. Cause yeah, I'm shook.
Yeah.
Like this season has been crazy, but like they've been providing like
Hmm.
percent.
Like everyone has used the veto. Like the veto has been used every single time since the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that is crazy.
And at this point, they need to keep using it.
Yeah. And they
I
just be
don't
saving
expect
random
less.
people, like how Mackenzie was saving Angela, and they're not even working together. Like it's
Yeah.
just the most randomest season
Hmm.
I think we've had in a while.
Yeah. I'm here for it. It's lit.
And so Igor leaves. We
Hmm.
see a live HOH, okay, at the end of the episode. And I was under the impression that it was going to be a trivia. That way we know who's going to win. But
I
it
know.
was a puzzle. And who was
Yeah.
kind of dominating the puzzle? It was Miss Angela. I think
Oh,
she
I was
won
not
that.
paying attention.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I saw like Chelsea was doing good at one point, and I was like, bruh. But then I think her stuff fell, like right
Yeah.
before the end of
Yeah.
the episode. But Angela, oh my
Angela
God.
was building it up. I don't know how much pieces they had. I wasn't sure,
Uh, but
but
hers,
hers was up there. And like it can fall at any time, but also that veto at Janky World was a puzzle and she
hmm,
came out on top. So I think she might take the dub on this one.
that'd be crazy. But who would she go after though? Like
I feel
Rubina,
like she would
maybe?
put up Rubina and then maybe Cam, or
Mm,
like I don't know if she would put up Chelsea.
yeah, I
You know, I don't
honestly
know.
think
It
she should put
doesn't
up
show
Chelsea
their
though.
stuff. They don't show
She
their
should put up
relationship.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like Chelsea put her on the block like twice.
Mhm. Oh yeah, maybe
Like,
she would put her up then.
yeah.
And like obviously she felt bad about chemo, so I don't think she would put up chemo, but like
Yeah.
Ruby
That
may.
wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I see Rubina being a nomination just because she's been up, you
Mhm.
know. But yeah, so I'm excited for this week.
And it's gonna
We
be
got
a double
more days.
eviction on
Oh my
Thursday.
God. Yeah, double eviction this week. Ugh.
We're gonna
I
see two house guests going.
I like double eviction, but it just sucks because most of the time it's just like the two people that were on
Yeah,
the block for that week go
yeah.
home, which is annoying. Like I love when like one of the people from the last week like that were on the block wins.
Win,
So
yeah.
it's like they
And they
continue.
shake it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also don't like the double eviction. Like, I love a double eviction, don't get me wrong. But I like that should be your 2 hour long episode, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Not
the
the
one
Wednesday.
hour episode for the double eviction is like so chaotic
Yeah.
and like maybe they like it like that, but like even the competitions,
Why?
it's just trivia, you know, it's like nothing really
Yeah.
physical. It's just something super fast.
Yeah. Like just give us the extra time. Give us 3 hours, bitch.
Great. Like,
Like
let's see it all.
I'll
Give us the
watch.
uncut video. Let's see it.
Yeah. No, literally give us uncut versions of the episodes. Like or like give us like live feed moments at the end of the week. An
Mhm.
episode of like how Love Island does like their unseen bits or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like give us that for Big Brother, you know.
Yeah.
They would make so much like they could make money from that, you
Hmm.
know. But yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see who survives this week. We'll see who becomes HOH. We'll see who goes
Yep.
home. And then we'll see who's also walking out the door right after them during double eviction.
Yep. Hopefully it is not chemo or T or hopefully it's not chemo or Rubina.
I know. I hope they survive this
I
week.
hope so.
Like I
I
really
hope,
hope they do.
yeah.
Because they ain't threats. Like you at this point, y'all need to look at the threats, the biggest threats, because you can beat Chemo and Rubina, even if it's a final three
Yeah.
and
You can still
you
beat
have to
them.
choose between them. Like it's an easy win.
Yeah. And like at this point, I think the biggest threat between them is maybe chemo. Because a lot of people like resonate with chemo's like speeches and stuff. So like realistically, y'all just gotta beat chemo.
Mhm.
And then you could win, you know, if Chelsea's out of the game. And maybe like I feel like Leah has a shot to win as well too,
I
like
think
to
the
be
final
honest.
two might actually be Leah and Angela. I can
That would
see
be
that.
crazy. I could see it. I could see it too. I could 100% see it. Because Leah is protected from Cam as well, you know. So I don't know, but also like if Chemo or Rubina won this week, then like they better be putting Leah on the blog, you
Yeah.
know. But thanks for listening, fam. If you're watching us on YouTube, thanks for watching. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to see more of our podcast, fam. Make sure you guys comment down below who you think will be going in the double eviction this week. So thanks for listening and expect the unexpected.
And love one another.